get started, you'll need either a Pilates or yoga mat. You can use a towel if you don't have one of these. And then you'll just need some comfortable clothes. This stretch is for all levels, so whether you're a complete beginner or whether you've been stretching for years, feel free to join. However, because I can't see you, I'll have to leave it up to you to decide which stretches you should modify, which you should maybe sit out, and which ones you can push yourself in. Okay, so we're going to begin with a warm-up. Standing on your mat, feet hip width apart. We're going to do 4 shoulder circles going up and back with a bend. 4 shoulder circles bringing the shoulders forwards. 2 big circles with the right, 2 big circles with the left, all with a bend. Off we go. So 1 and 2. Keep the knees going over the toes, make sure the feet are truly parallel. And 4. And then we reverse. Up to the ears and down. And 2. And 3. And 4. 1 big circle with the right. Really stretch open the chest. And 2. And on the left, 1. Twist the upper back. And 2. Good. Taking the legs slightly further apart, you're going to bend the knees, open the arms out to demi-second, and we're going to swing 8 times, going to the right and then the left, keeping the hips very still, and the knees bent. Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch the arms. We're now going to take the arms to crossed forth, bend to the side, knees are bent. Curve forwards as we come into the centre and stretch, opening out the arms to second. So we go to the other side, same thing. Curve forwards and stretch. Then we're going to repeat everything, but arching the spine and lifting the chest to the ceiling before we straighten up. And we'll repeat left, right coming forwards, right, left coming forwards, right, left going backwards, and then everything again a second time. Off we go. So curve, feel that back stretch, and open to the side, knees going over toes, and open. Feel the arms waking up as well and the shoulders. Open up the chest, and to the side. Once more on each side, to the right, going forwards. Open up, to the left, going forwards. To the right, reaching back, and to the left, reaching back. Good, take the legs out even further. We're going to do our twist lunges. So we're going to bring the opposite hand across the body. We're going to do 8 of these. We're going to gradually get lower and lower as far as it's comfortable for you to go until you're potentially reaching down to the floor. So remember to bend the knee every time. We're not doing this on straight legs. Off we go. Twist. 1. Open out the chest. 2. Keep the neck long. 3. And 4. Go a bit lower. 5. 6. A bit lower. 7. And 8. Good. Let's start stretching. We're going to begin on our mat with our feet hip width apart. We're going to breathe in, look up to the ceiling. Breathe out, tuck in your chest, bend your knees, roll through the spine, lower the arms down to the floor. Walk out the hands and push back the feet. We're going to start with a calf stretch. So you've got one heel pressing into the floor and the other relaxed. And now alternate, press the other heel into the floor, keep the neck long. And let's switch again. And switching over again. Good. Relax the knees down. And we're going to push up once more. This time with the feet hip width apart. Feel the hands pressing into the floor, and don't worry if you can't get the heels fully down, as long as the neck is long. Just feel like those heels are pressing down as much as they can and keep the knees straight. Good. And come off the feet. Give them a shake. We're going to start with an upper back twist. So we're going to open out one arm, reach up to the ceiling. Thread it through underneath, drop the shoulder down to the floor and stay here. And come back up. We're going to do the same on the other side. So opening up the chest, thread the arm through. Holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With the bum lifted, reach the fingers forwards and drop all the way down. This is going to open out the shoulders. Coming back onto your hands and knees, and I'm going to do a cat-cow followed by circles of the upper body. So we're going to breathe in, tuck the chin into your chest, curve back, and breathe out. Arch the spine and lift the chin. We're going to do 3 more of these. Breathing in, and breathe out. This is to wake up the spine. Breathing in, and breathe out. One more, breathing in, and breathe out. Good, we're now going to do circles. So bringing your left shoulder to your left hip, dropping the chin down, curving the spine, right shoulder to right hip, lift the chin, drop the hips down. We're going to do 2 more. Circle in, down, side, and up. And 1 more. Hips to shoulders, drop, the other side, and lift. 3 more going the other way. So curve to the right, arch the back, to the left, lift the chin. To the right, drop the chin, to the left, lift the chin, and 1 more, to the right, drop the chin, to the left, lift the chin. Good. We're now ready to go onto our front, and we're going to do some back stretches. So we're going to start with a cobra stretch. Keep the forearms flat on the floor. Legs can be slightly open if you want, because it is the morning. Some of us might have just woken up, so let's go nice and easy on the back. If you are particularly flexible and you want the challenge, you can bring the legs together. But if you just want to warm yourself up a bit more, you can open them out. We're going to breathe in, breathe out. Keeping the arms on the floor, you're going to lift the chest off and lower back down. Breathing in, breathing out, lift up, and lower back down. And 1 more, breathing in, breathing out, lift the chest off, keep the neck long, and lower. Good. Now bring the hands a bit closer to your body, breathe in, push all the way up, lift the nose to the ceiling, keep breathing normally, and lower back down. Same thing again, breathe in, breathe out, push up, and lower back down, breathe in, last one, breathe out, push up. Go a little bit further each time. And lower back down. now going to pick the feet off the floor, open up the knees a bit if you want, and push up. So the toes are pointing to the ceiling or as far as you can go. You might get a slight hamstring cramp if you've been working them hard like I did yesterday. And lower back down. Bringing one hand underneath the forehead. Placing one hand on your foot, so the palm is facing down. We're not twisting or doing anything strange here. Palm is facing down. Fingers go over the top of your foot. You're going to push this hand up and stretch back. If you're not quite there, you can hold on to your thigh or you can hold on to your calf. And lower back down. Let's do the same on the other leg. Find your foot or thigh. Breathing in and push up. And lower back down. Good. From here we're going to do a quad stretch. So finding your foot and pulling your foot in towards you. If this isn't enough of a stretch, you can lift the knee off the floor. Otherwise, just pull gently. Go easy on the knee, you don't want to overdo the knee. And swap. And relax. Good. Rolling over onto your back now. Going to hug the knees. Pull them into your chest. Cross your, let's start with the left leg. Left leg goes on top. And then you drop both knees down to the right. Open up the arms and look in the opposite direction. You'll feel a twist going through the spine here. This should feel quite nice. If this is a bit too intense for you, you can just do a retire twist. So you've got one leg straight and one knee bent. You can choose which one you prefer. And then lift the knees back up again. Let's put the right leg on top, drop down to the left, and reach in the opposite direction. Good. Hugging onto your right knee, extend the left, and just pull into the chest. Good. And now I'm going to open out to the side, and you can either keep the knee bent here and the foot tucked in, and just open out that knee, or you can go for a deeper stretch. We've done this before. You find your heel, it's a bit like half of a happy baby. You flex the foot, hold on to your heel, and then press that knee down, opening out this leg. If you can't reach your heel, you can just hold on underneath, just below the knee. Just above the hamstrings here. Or you could even hold on to the calf if you prefer. Good. And let's do the same on the other leg. So this is a hip opener, and we're going to really feel the benefits later when we're working on our box splits. And then opening out to the side, your choice of how you open the leg out to the side. Keep an eye on the opposite hip, you might want to put a hand on it to check that it's not rolling, and you'll want to keep your supporting leg straight. Good, and lower. Bending in both knees, stretching the feet up to the ceiling, and just hold on to the backs of your legs here. got a slight cramp. As you hold on to the legs, you're going to flex the feet and stretch. And you'll notice a deeper stretch as you flex the feet. Flex. And stretch. Pull them a bit closer. Flex. And stretch. And one more. Flex. And stretch. Lower the left leg down to the floor. Just going to focus on the right leg now. Holding it here for 20, 19, 18. Keep the knees stretched. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it back down. And now the left leg. Holding for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax down. Now check you've got space behind you. You're going to lift the hips up, hold on to them with the knees bent. And then you're slowly going to tap and extend the right leg down. And then alternate, extend the left leg. And you're going to feel a stretch roughly where your hands are. You might also feel a stretch at where the sort of, just at the base of the neck. And let's switch. And again, switch. One more on each side, switch. And switch. And now you can drop both feet down to the floor. Go as high as you want here. Make sure there's no strain on the neck. You're not forcing this. And then we're going to roll down gently. Good. We're now going to come up. Oh, sorry. Now we're going to stay lying down. We're just going to do one more quad stretch. Now, if you do have knee trouble, I would advise maybe leaving this one out, just because if you already have knee trouble, it could aggravate the knees. But if your knees are fine, then it's okay to do this one. We're going to bend the knee, tuck the foot in, and drop the knee down to the floor. And just hold. If this is too difficult, we're going to do another option later on, just in a couple of minutes when we're doing our lunge sequence. So don't worry if you want to sit this one out, we will get another quad stretch in. Good. And now sitting up onto our knees. We're going to do our lunge sequence. If you've done my classes before, you know I love this lunge sequence. It's so good for so many things. Now, the point of this lunge sequence is not really about balance. So if you do want to hold on to something like a wall or a piece of furniture, go for it, because the focus should be stretching the intrinsic muscles rather than desperately trying to stop yourself from falling over. It's easier the more flexible you are. So you'll notice that if you can, for example, go all the way down, you can sit here quite comfortably, whereas sometimes when we're easing our way into it, you'll want something to hold on to. So with one leg in front of you, you're going to stretch the knee just a little bit, and then we're going to push forward. And the reason is, when you do this, you'll notice that the knee is now perfectly in line with the heel, which is where we want it to be. Then you can choose to keep the body upright, or you can put the hands down on the floor, wherever you're comfortable. And we're just going to hold here for a bit. going to stretch that back knee. Again, if you're still up here, it'll be more of a balancing act for you. So again, hold on to something if you want. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to work on our turn out. Open up the front leg, open up the back leg, and drop down again. So your hands are now going to be on the inside of your heel. So we're not having the foot in the middle anymore. The hands are close together and the leg is open out to the side. So holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring everything back to parallel. And knee up. We're now going to stretch the leg out completely without a flex. If you are dizzy at all, take a moment. But without a flex, we're going to reach forward. So reach the fingers up, breathe in, and reach out. Breathe out. Reach the fingers as far forwards as you can. Go gently on the hamstrings. You always want to ease the hamstrings into a stretch. So the stretches we did before, lying on our back, putting the legs towards us, that's going to warm them up a little bit already. So hopefully this shouldn't feel too intense. Now, if you're ready for an extra challenge, flex the foot. And go as deep as you like here. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sit back up. And we're going to bring the leg a bit closer now. And we're going to tuck the pelvis and just push forward slightly. So this is now getting really deep hip flexors. So it's not the big lunge that we did before. So you'll notice it stretching right at the front of the hip. And if you want to add a little back bend here, go for it. It might be nice to open out the chest. Good, and let's hop over. So repeat everything on the other knee. So slight bend in the knee, not too much. Pushing forwards. Making sure your knee is in line with the heel. And we're going to hold here. So your foot is in the middle and your hands are either side. Try and keep the neck nice and long, so you don't want to be lifting the chin here. Keep the neck long. Good, and now tuck the toes under and stretch the back knee. So you get quite a nice demi-point stretch here too. Opening out one leg and then the other. Hands go over to one side and we're going to stretch in this turned out lunge. Good. And then coming back into parallel. Sitting up, have a moment. Stretch out the leg, keep the hips square, so there's no twisting here. Reach the fingers up, breathe in, breathe out, and fold forwards. Good, and flex the foot if you want for an extra challenge. Good. Bending that knee, and we've got our deep hip flexor stretch, so tapping the pelvis and pushing forwards. Optional cumbre if you want. Good. With this leg front, we're now going to our front splits. So if you're not fully down, you want to hold yourself up and then slowly lower yourself down. If you do have sliders that you can get online, little circular sliders, and you can put them under your heels, and it helps, it kind of creates less friction. It means it's easier to slide the legs out, and then you can hold on to blocks like this and hold yourself up so that you're not having to reach down to the floor. And that's a really good way to lower yourself gradually into the splits if you're not quite there yet. Good. And now swapping over. So we've got the other leg front, arms are holding us up. Sliding one leg and then the other, hold yourself up. If you are all the way down, then check that your hips are square. And you can lift both arms up if you like. Good. And relax. Coming back up into parallel fourth, we're going to spin the legs around into parallel second. Open the feet out and bend the knees. Then pushing the knees back, we're going to open out the hips. You can sway a bit here if you like. Just ease those hips. And then we're going to lunge over to one side, stretch out the leg. You can use this elbow to keep the knee out to the side if you like. And then we're going to walk across and stretch over to the other side. Good. Lowering yourself down. We're going to do our box splits. So find a comfortable position where you're sitting upright. Heels are lifted off the floor, knees are straight. If you feel like you're rocking backwards, I've said this before, but it can be quite useful to do your splits facing the sofa, for example, and then you can hold on to the cushions, and that will help you to stay upright. Or, if there is anything that you can hold on to. Because it is important in the beginning that we work on keeping a straight back before we push the splits. So if that's what you're working on right now, focus on your core strength and keep a nice tall back. If it's easier for you to stay sitting upright, we can now walk the fingers forwards. The first goal is to have palms flat on the floor. Second goal is to have elbows on the floor without those heels rolling inwards, keeping your turn out. And then last goal is obviously to go completely flat. So you find wherever is comfortable for you, and we're just going to hold here for it. Again, you can flex the feet for an extra challenge. Sit back up. We're going to inch our way forwards a fraction. Hold here first. If this is easy for you, take the hands off, check your balance. I'm going to do a little side stretch, so bringing one arm up and over. I'm going to stretch to the side. And lift. And the other arm up and over. Stretch to the side. And lift. Walk the fingers forwards again. And hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring the knees together. Give the legs a shake. Going to tuck the toes underneath. Little demi point stretch. Hands onto the floor, tuck the chin into your chest. Push back onto the heels. Keep the knees bent. And slowly roll up through the spine until we're standing tall. Well, good job. I hope you're feeling stretched and ready for the day. Thanks for joining, and hope you can join next week, same time. Bye.